I am pressing record today, and I am not stopping until we hit a Kaboom, or I run out of blasters. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy RGL coming at you again, and today we have the Kaboom Challenge because we are opening up Revolution Blasters, looking for the retail exclusive horizontal Kaboom, or until we run out of blasters. So let's get into it. This one's going to be a fun one. We're just going to hop right on in. For those of you who hate the intros, today is your lucky day. 24 cards per box. Bought these on Shields for $24 in tax, so let's say 26 per. I have 20 blasters sitting in front of me today, and I was hoping they'd arrive in a sealed case. They did arrive loose. Maybe that'll work out to our advantage. Maybe that'll work out to our disadvantage today. We'll see. We'll see if we hit one Kaboom or two. But we are not stopping until we hit a Kaboom or we run out of blasters. And if we hit it early, maybe we'll just keep going. We'll keep on talking as we go. Maybe on the next blaster, I will actually show you guys what we are looking for other than Kabooms. But we're just ripping today. Vortex LBJ. Pretty much this one's Kaboom or bust. It's Revolution, so single prices are low. There are some other chases, but ooh, that nice looking Topic. He's gonna be in the Summer League this year. The rich get richer with the Thunder winning the championship and getting Topic. And I think who'd they take in the draft? I can't remember who they drafted. Why can I not remember? Just not coming to me. Legends of Gary Payton, bring the Sonics back. Paulo Banchero. So let's get a Kaboom here in this nope. Okay, Deron Holmes. Okay, no. AJ Mitchell, didn't they? Or no, they shipped out Dylan Jones. That's right. I think it was Dylan Jones. All right, so this is a Revolution Blaster. Probably should have set this one up a little bit better. We are looking for the retail exclusive Astro and Levels parallels. We can also hit autographs. There is everything we are looking for. I know it's a little bit bright. Those purple Astros are numbered down to 15. There are no one-of-one chases. Also, there's no gold Kabooms or green Kabooms in these. It's only the horizontal base. So that is everything we are looking for. As far as rookie autos go, Mattis Bazolis is the head of the class. You've also got Reed Shepard, Dalton Connect, and a lot of action going around at the NBA during the first days of free agency. Miles Turner, of course, leaving the Pacers, heading on over to the Bucks, who also waived Damian Lillard. I didn't even know they could do that. Of course, this is an older product, so Luka is going to be in a Dallas uniform. And Select is a newer product, and Luka's still in a Dallas uniform, even though they have the Lakers logos on there. Speaking of Luka, there he is again on the Stargazing. Kyrie signing a 3-year deal. And then they signed D'Lo as well. AD and D'Lo reunited in Dallas. Dallas is going to be good. Oh, there's the Hardwood Legacy Insert Blaster exclusive of Hakeem. Atlanta making a lot of moves. A lot of moves. I like Kristaps Porzingis on that team. Didn't they get Luke Kennard as well? He's a like 40% shooter. Vortex Reed Shepard. So a lot of interesting things going on in the NBA. The Phoenix Suns are completely effed on that Bradley Beal $50 million contract that they can't do anything with. They've got like 2 centers and like 5 shooting guards. It's crazy. Topic on the Stars. Klay Thompson. So I'm ready for more NBA. Honestly, the season just ended, and I want it back. So we are watching WNBA. We are watching Summer League coming up soon. And when does preseason basketball start? Literally. Of course, you've got Cooper Flagg now with Dallas, and funny Nico Harrison talking about how it was the vision. Yeah, your vision was to get the first overall pick on, what, your 1% chance, and take Cooper Flagg, and you just let Luka go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. As I record this, we really wanted the Lakers to either get do a trade for Porzingis, or they just had a chance to get Brook Lopez, and they didn't. So as I record this, I guess we're hoping the Lakers get DeAndre Ayton, who's a 10-10 guy, kind of a slower player, but somebody who can clog the lane. Something they kind of needed up against some of the other teams in the playoffs. You know, they really needed a big. They were a really small team. And obviously, they tried to get Mark Williams for Dalton Connect. That didn't work out for them. They failed the physical. And didn't he fail another physical going to Phoenix? Speaking of Phoenix, there's KD. He's now with the Rockets. They only had to give up Jalen. They didn't have to give up Jabari or Cam Whitmore or any of those guys. There's going to be a Vortex. That's going to be a numbered SAR, I think. Numbered SAR to 299, 202, 299. First number card of the day. Man, I'm just missing the NBA. Let's see what SAR does. There's a lot of hype on Ricochet right now. Obviously, Atlanta doing some things, looking good. And the East is looking... We did it. We did it. We did it. This guy's going to be on the team. It's not looking very good next season. I'm very excited to see what Peyton Pritchard does in a starting role. You got Jaylen Brown, Derek White. You no longer have Kristaps Porzingis. Interesting team. Will they be a play-in team? Will they be a 7 or 8 seed? Yeah. Did we just hit a kaboom? What, 4 blasters in, 3 blasters in, as I'm yammering about what's going on next season? Also, yeah, job done. Job done. Job not done. Kobe line. We got it done, and we got it done in like 3 blasters today. And listen, here's the thing. Am I recording? Okay, we are recording. Good. Here's the thing. I gotta give the people what they want, right?
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
We can't just end it like that. I can't just say, see you on down the road. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going for the content, right? Now we need to run up the score, because basketball has not treated me good for how long? How long? Every video I do, just get dusted. Maybe this is my comeback story right here. Maybe we're gonna hit 3 kabooms and 20 blasters. Or maybe we're just gonna spend 20 more minutes opening blasters, hitting nothing. But today, we can mark this one off as a dub. 20 blasters, 26 bucks a pop, $520. And will this pay? Is this a $520 kaboom? I don't know. I don't know if it's $520. I feel like it's probably around there. And one thing that's been controversial about these is obviously the design. Now, if you're new, if you came into the hobby in the 2020s, you don't know what this is. You're like, why is he so cartoony? But if you're an old head like me, and you've been around forever, and you remember the first kabooms, this is how the first kabooms looked. They weren't lifelike. They were animated. They were even more wacky than this. The muscles were even more wacky on the players. Jaylen Brown throwing it down. We're going to try and run up the score today because we've got more blasters. All the retail kings here on YouTube. How many blasters did it take them? How many blasters did it take them to hit a kaboom? Because let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It took me 3 blasters to hit a kaboom. Now, they're going to say, people who have never seen this channel before, and this might be your first video, oh, big YouTube influencer, hitting God packs, getting cards that the regular collector can't touch. Go watch my last basketball openings, because I deserve that one, and I don't say that very often. I have been getting hammered on these videos that I create for you guys. I've been getting hammered. So if you think that this is a little bit of YouTube magic, go watch some other videos, because this is definitely not YouTube magic. This is a guy who likes to come on here and tell it how it is and tell the truth and be unapologetically truthful to a fault, getting crushed on a weekly basis, and eventually a blind squirrel finds a nut. That's what that was. Modest Bazilis on the hardwood legacy. Devin Vassell. So I'm just happy that we got mission accomplished today. I'm happy that we were able to bring a kaboom into a video. We didn't have to do like a recap from our break night where we ripped 36 boxes of this or whatever and we hit a couple kabooms. Like we got one done. We got one done in 3 blasters. See those comments all the time on my channel. Like I bought 2 blasters and I pulled a Wemby kaboom. What? How? How'd you do that? Astro of Jamal Shed. Zion Williamson. Never happens to me, but today it did. And we have photographic proof that it happened. Charles Beal. If I was Brad Beal, man, $50 million. $50 million a year for Brad Beal, and all he has to do is show up. I'm sorry, Suns fans. Y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. You should let Booker go. I'm sorry. It was a nice run, man. Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. That team should have gotten into the finals. And then Luka happened. DeRozan, Kristaps, Tatum. We're going to keep ripping today. We're going to rip until I get a hangnail, until we get another Kaboom. Actually, we're probably just going to rip all these. Luka, Giddy. We're gonna rip today and talk about the NBA. Ooh, purple. Is this to 15? It's not to 15. It's just Devin Carter. It's always Devin Carter. DeJounte Murray, John Collins. I like Revolution. I've always liked Revolution, even before they came up with the genius idea to stick the Kaboom in here to elevate the product. And in recent years, if you remember past years, Crown Royale basketball, I'm glad we said goodbye to Crown Royale basketball last year. That one damn near broke us. Every single year, Crown Royale, and man, opening a full case just to hit a Kaboom. Sometimes you'd hit a nasty silhouette. Rest in peace to Crown Royale, the most degen product on the planet. And I'm just glad we don't have to rip Crown Royale anymore. Cam Spencer. Even though, and this is coming from a guy, let me remind you, last year we hit 2 Wemby Kabooms. During the height of Wemby Mania, we pulled 2 of them. One in our very first case. So we hit 2 of them. Neither one of them gemmed. If you remember last year, we had the Kaboom controversy where all the Kabooms, literally all of them, the base ones, were off center. Pretty much impossible to get a 10. Like a 8 was basically a 10. I'm glad we don't have that one last year. Or I'm glad... Jesus, I can't talk. I'm glad that doesn't exist like last year. There's Larson, Quickly, and DeJounte Murray. But I'm just excited, man. I'm just a basketball fan. I'm just a hoops fan. And it's been building over the last few years, my love for the NBA. Like, I've always loved basketball since I was a kid. You know, wearing the bootleg Sean Kemp, the bootleg Michael Jordan jerseys that you'd buy at Target. Playing basketball all summer long with my buddy who lived next door on the $140 Huffy Hoop or whatever they were. Sometimes we get to go down 3 miles, ride our bikes over and play basketball at the courts at the middle school or the high school. But man, I just remember all day long as a kid for all summer long, every single day. We had our boombox plugged into the wall. We were listening to Cube 93.3 hip hop, playing basketball in the what is that? Playing basketball in the driveway. That's nothing. That's just Filipowski. They got us. I thought it was gold. It was not. 80. So remember those days, and remember the days wanting Michael Jordan cards, and then Sean Kemp cards, and Gary Payton cards, Kobe cards, and then the Mariners in 1995 happened. The Refuse to Lose season, the 30th anniversary of that, actually, which is crazy to think about. And that sparked my love for baseball. And then I played baseball for 3 years in Little League. And basketball basketball took a backseat to baseball. And all these years, I've just loved ripping baseball, watching baseball. And I think it was right around Kobe's final season. And I've always watched like all sports. Like I could watch anything, even soccer, stuff that like I don't really know. There's always some kind of sports on here. Even right now as I record this video, we just got Sports Center rolling. I don't know why this turned into a diatribe about my love for basketball. But I always was a baseball guy. Like, watch every Mariners game. If there's a baseball and a basketball game on, there'd be a baseball game on. I'd watch baseball. And then I think it was like LeBron going to the Heat, like watching a bunch of Heat games and being stoked about that era of his career. And then Kobe's last couple of years, knowing his time was winding down in the league, watching a lot of Lakers games, even though I didn't particularly like the Lakers. It's just like kind of the same way I felt about watching Tom Brady in his final years. I disliked Brady his whole career, and then when you realize it's up, you realize you've been watching a GOAT for 20 years, and you just kind of want to appreciate it, even if you don't like the team. That's kind of how I was with the Lakers and watching Kobe. And then somewhere along those lines with Luka showing up in the league and just getting more into the hobby as a breaker, realizing that I like to open basketball cards more. It made me watch more basketball games. Just something about the excitement of basketball being a global game compared to baseball, which it's still a global game. It's more of a global game now than before, with all the talent from Japan coming on over. It's like, I don't know, there's just something about ripping basketball that was more exciting than ripping baseball, or more exciting than ripping football. And I think that between that and just like the league, and I know a lot of people don't like the league now. I love the basketball league now. I love the play. Don't get me wrong, like I love a good defensive game. But just something about the last few years of basketball, it's been so entertaining. And the league has its faults, obviously. Nobody's playing defense anymore. And like now we're in the era where we're watching the final years of LeBron. We're watching the rise of this team in Oklahoma City that used to be in Seattle that, you know, did it the right way through drafting players and developing players as opposed to signing a super team. Just all the storylines that play. You watch the Pacers go from like dead in the middle of the year to like NBA Finals Game 7 against the favorites. Like, there's so many good storylines that come up every year. Even this year, like the Hawks, who have been a play-in team every year, like waving bye-bye to the Magic and the Bulls in the play-in. They're probably going to be like a 4 seed this year or better. Like, that's very entertaining to me. Just seeing the storylines and seeing the development of franchises or the downfall of franchises. Saloon is going to be numbered to $2.99. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know how you guys feel about basketball these days. Obviously, if you're watching our Kaboom video or Revolution video or just searching for Kabooms, 15 minutes into this one, obviously you have some sort of admiration or appreciation for the game. But I just appreciate every different era of basketball that I've seen, whether it was Michael Jordan killing my Supersonics in the NBA Finals and just making me cry. I legitimately cried when the Bulls beat the Supersonics in the NBA Finals. I legitimately cried when the Mariners got eliminated by the Cleveland Indians. Like, I remember those moments as a kid. And then, you know, as you grow up, you know, you grow up with all the players that were that were around when you were a kid, and then they all retire, and a new crop comes in, and all the players, you know, like LeBron James and Derrick Rose and Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, like all these guys entered the league when they were like the same age as me, or like within a couple of years as me. You know, I was a young adult. I was, you know, turned 18 in 2024 or 2024. JML still hasn't turned 18. He's still 12. I turned 18 in 2004, and that was when LeBron was, you know, I think LeBron's a year older than me. But you watch these players for 20 years, and you think about, like, as you're doing your thing, they're doing their thing. And man, I hope Chris Paul plays. Chris Paul and LeBron James right there. Tyler Smith. But man, it's weird to just watch the guys that you've seen your entire adult life, and that's what the league is. Just Curry, LeBron, Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, Jeff Green. He's still going. He's still hooping. Guys you've watched your entire adult life are starting to wind down their careers, and they're going to enter their next chapter, whether that's coaching or whatever it is that they're going to do. And it's just weird to think about a league that doesn't have those guys, and that we're entering a period where the new guys that are entering the league, maybe not Luka because he's like 7 years in, but like Cooper Flagg, for example, or Paulo Banchero or Chet Holmgren, like these guys are going to be in the league. Like when I'm closing in on 60, they're going to be wrapping up their career. That's crazy to think about that for the next 20 years of my life. That some of the guys that we're opening in these very packs are going to still be around. They're going to be winding down their careers. Some of them are going to have Hall of Fame careers with multiple championships. Some of them are just going to be like Jeff Green. Jeff Green's a great example. He's currently with the Rockets. Jeff Green's been around for almost 20 years in the league. What, like 18 years? He's been around as long as LeBron or Kevin Durant. Has he had a flashy career? No. But he's been there. And like you just hear the name every single year. You hear the name. It's just consistency. And so like for me, it's like 20 years from now, I'll still be watching basketball. I'll still be watching sports. I know that. Who's to tell what these are going to be, if they're all going to be digital or something else in 20 years, some other form of technology that we don't know about. But like in 20 years, new guys are going to be coming into the league. When we're 55 and we're 60 years old, new guys are going to be coming into this league. And it's like, you know, realistically, some of us aren't going to see the end of their career. You know, we don't know if we're going to live to be 80. We don't know if we're going to live to be 90. Like, that's crazy to think about. Like, you're a kid, you watch, you know, Kobe come into the league, you watch Shaq come into the league, and you see their whole career, and then you see the next crop of guys. You see, you know, LeBron, Carmelo, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, you see all of their career, And as their careers are winding down, you've got, you know, Cooper Flag, SGA, LaMelo Ball, and you're going to watch all their careers wind down. But what about the next generation after that? Like, you get 3 generations of guys coming into the league throughout the course of your year. You have your life. You get to see like 3 generations of hoopers, but not necessarily that 4th one. You don't get to see how the story plays out. And I don't mean to get morbid, but that's just a reality of like the NBA and just sports in general as we look at it compared to our lives. And I did not expect to talk about any of this as we were chasing after kabooms and get all philosophical. But that's just like the reality. That's like things that I think about. You know, what's the hobby going to look like in 30 years from now? 30 years, I'm going to be 70 years old. Am I going to be recording these videos when I'm 70 years old? I don't know. Are we going to hit another downtown today? Zach Edey? We're not going to hit another downtown. Are we going to hit another kaboom today? It would be crazy if we hit a downtown. But yeah, that's the stuff I think about. And that's how I kill time as we mindlessly rip through a bunch of really bad blasters, because that's kind of where we've been in this. I just have this giant stack of cards right here. Look at this. This giant stack of no autos of like 3 color. So now we're more into the experience of what it's like to rip Revolution blasters. You don't hit a kaboom in 3 packs most of the time. You just go and you just rip pack after pack after box looking for an auto or looking for a kaboom. And yeah, they are nowhere in sight. We are in the thick of it right now. It's like we stayed too long. We're just seeing the same cards over and over and over. We stayed too long. We stayed past the ending credits of the movie. And now the lights are all on. And you see that the theater's a mess. And there's nobody else left but you and like an usher who's cleaning up, and he hates his life because the kids threw popcorn at the screen. That's where we're at right now. But we still have 10 blasters to go. We are literally only 10 blasters in. That's crazy talk. So that is our first half. We're averaging 1 kaboom every 10 boxes right now, which means that in theory we should get a second one at some point in this video. So stick around if you stayed through the diatribe of talking about generations of NBA and my love for basketball and how it's definitely grown to be bigger than baseball right now. Even though I love baseball, even though every year I will watch every Mariners game and or almost every Mariners game, and every year I will say I'm not getting my hopes up in April, May, June, and then July rolls around and I start to get my hopes up, and then August it looks like we're gonna be a playoff team, and then I have no plans in October except for watch basketball. Joker, Simons, that's the life of a Mariners fan, and I think that's why I watch so much basketball these days. Naz Reid, Bub Carrington, and Jared Allen. Basketball, I don't care if it's game 1 or game 82 or the playoffs. Playoff basketball is a whole different beast. Really, it is. Playoff basketball is just like one of my most favorite times. You know, we don't have football going on during playoff basketball. Stargazing LeBron. But you've got the start of the NBA, or start of the baseball season. You've got hockey winding down. You got like WrestleMania season. You have all this stuff going on. And then for 2.5 months, you have playoff basketball every single night. And you know when I get the most sad is during the conference finals. It's usually a game, and then one series finishes up before the other one, and then it's a game, and then no game, and then no game, and then game. And then you realize, oh no, this is a part of the year where I don't have a basketball game on every single night. And that's when you start watching the WNBA season starts, and then Summer League starts up, and Summer League is always way too short. Man, why don't we just have a full Summer League that runs the whole duration? And then every few years you get Olympic basketball, and that's awesome too. Olympic basketball is awesome as well. All right, we have 9 blasters to go today. I want to thank you for joining me on a very interesting video. We started with a very, very high ROI today, and our ROI has progressively gotten worse because other than our kaboom, we have like almost nothing else to show. We've domed like this is 11 blasters now. 11 blasters. We have, unless I've just been missing them, we have 2 numbered cards, a couple nice rookies, and 1 kaboom, and that is it. We have no autographs. We have nothing numbered under 299. So this is a very, very real look now. This video has turned into a very, very real look at what Revolution retail looks like, and it is rough. It is rough. Outside of the kabooms, you're just off in barren desert with not much in the way of hits, few and far between. You're just spending $26 a blaster, getting $3 back. Literally $3 back. Like Bazolis, that's like $1. De Silva, that's like a quarter. Luca, that's base. I'm losing my voice. We got 9 blasters to go. We gotta hit one more Kaboom. We gotta do it for the fam. We gotta do it for the real ones still watching this video all these 20 some odd minutes in. We gotta hit another one for him. Barisic, we pulled the Nebula of him from Prism. Choice, remember that. Lively gonna have a absolute blast editing this one. Got our big hit early, and then we're just trying to provide an entertaining video. Even though just ripping blasters, we could put up the ASMR, the RGL ASMR again. You guys remember that video from last year? No! God, no! That genius idea. We're gonna rip Series 2 and just put up some tropical lo-fi. No, you guys hated that. We won't do that again, so no lo-fi. You guys get me talking, sharing my life experiences, my life story, my love for basketball as we rip through blasters, trying to come up with another Kaboom, or maybe an auto, a Reed Shepard, a Modest Bazolis. God forbid they give us an Anthony Edwards auto or a Curry auto. That can't happen, right? John Collins, Wemby gonna be back. Sucks that Wemby got taken out of his season. Hopefully he's ready to go. He looks ready to go. Vortex of LeBron, or of Luca. I've seen too many basketball cards. Look at 480 cards in this video. Opening what, 120 packs? Reed Shepard AD. It's a lot of packs to do this motion over and over, and I wonder why my shoulders sometimes hurt for days on end. Dalton Connect, because we do this literally twice a week for 10 hours at a time, so 20 to 22 hours a week just sitting here doming packs. If you've never watched a live stream, what are you doing? Hop in a live Wednesday or Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Hop in a live and hang out with us, and it's a lot of fun. You don't even have to buy into a break. Just hang out with our community. We laugh, we joke, we talk sports. We don't just rip packs, we talk sports just like this. We talk about what happened in the world of sports today. We talk about news cycle, we talk about drama. It's fun. If you ever want to join a community that's not just break focused, but also, you know, hobby and sports focused, that's this channel, if you've never seen a live stream. But either way, whether you tune into a live or not, I appreciate you watching this video. And I would appreciate this video a lot more if we could just come through. There's Stephon Castle. If they could just come on through with one more Kaboom. Otherwise, we should have literally ended the video 20 minutes ago. I also didn't think opening a full case of blasters would take this long. I guess I could have power ripped it and saved us some more time, but we'll just go blaster by blaster at this point. It's fun to know what's in each individual blaster, right? Timmy D, Jimmy V, DeAndre Ayton, future Laker. I thought it was going to be an easy ball game today. We hit that first one. I'm like, oh, we're definitely going to hit a second one. And here we are now, 10 blasters removed. So we have 6 more in front of me. We're 11 blasters removed from that Kaboom. I don't know why I get downtowns and Kabooms mixed up, but I do very frequently. If you're ever in our live stream, I frequently get those mixed up. I think it's because, you know, the cards are cool. The cards are very cool. But, you know, the hobby goes crazy for downtowns and Kabooms. And to me, they're just like, I like the Obsidian Color Blast. I like the Prism Color Blast. Like, that's my favorite. I like the Phoenix Color Blast. Like, that's my favorite Panini case hit. Kabooms and downtowns are not my favorite. So that's why I'm just like, they're just kind of interchangeable to me because of the way people feel about them and just kind of how their markets are with, you know, repackers especially, just propping the market up. All their repack chases for basketball and football always have Kabooms and downtowns. So that's why Kabooms and downtowns are largely what they are, because before the repack craze, like, they were cool cards. They're like pretty cool cards. It was cool when you opened Optic Football or Crown Royale Basketball or 1-in-1 or whatever they put the, you know, downtown in, because it's been in a bunch of different products for basketball. And, you know, they were always very cool, but they weren't really put on a pedestal the way they are these days. That's for sure. I mean, one year that Kabooms are customer rewards stuff. They did that for UFC. I think they just straight up released when the UFC contract was over. They just straight up released them as a Kaboom pack. You could literally buy a pack that had 2 Kabooms. Those were insane value, actually. Jaren Jackson, Bobby Clintman, Astro, Steph Curry. All right, we are 75% of the way done. This is taking way longer than I thought. Me and the wifey have dinner reservations. I literally have to leave here in 23 minutes. So this video took way longer than I expected. But let's go ahead and rip our final 5 today. And yeah, we stayed too long today. We should have took it as a gift. 3 blasters in. We should have just took it as a gift. Now we're trying to do the impossible. We're trying to go back to back and hit another Kaboom. We should have just took that one as a gift. And now we just domed 20 blasters. And our ROI tanked. We were only in for $75 when we hit the first Kaboom. And now we're in for the full 520. Now we're pot committed, as they would say in poker. I don't play much poker anymore. I miss it. Used to play cards for a living. Maybe I'll tell that story on a different video when we go Kaboom hunting again. Tell the story of how Run Good Life came to be. Story of 2009. Bronny James. Oh, that was fun times. But these last 15 minutes on this video, not fun times. Because we have seen I can't believe we haven't hit an auto yet. Like, that's crazy to me. Stephon Castle Hardwood, Tyler Hero. It's absolutely crazy to me that we are 15, 16 blasters in, and we haven't seen an auto, but we saw a Kaboom. You would think, just playing the numbers game, we would have seen a blaster here, seen a blaster exclusive auto, even a bad one, even like literally anybody. I'll just take any sticker auto at this point, literally just to see if they exist. We're down to 4 blasters left. It's just a machine. Ripping blasters. Isn't it crazy in this hobby that you can rip a box that contains like 7 cards and it costs the same as 20 blasters? Isn't that just like crazy to think about? Like, you can rip like one box of like Prism China, which is like 24 cards. One box of Prism China, get 2 or 3 numbered cards. Or you could rip 20 Revolution blasters. Like, that's just funny to think about. Like, even to go to a sillier place, like 23-24 flawless basketball is like $12,000 right now. Let's just round up and say that these are $600 a piece, or $600 for 20 of these. Like, you can rip, what is that? Literally 200 blasters or 1 flawless box. And I'm gonna guess, if Kabooms fall every like 1 in 20, like with what we're seeing here, maybe you'd rather have 6 Kabooms or 7 Kabooms if you beat the odds over a flawless briefcase. Like, I've seen some pretty low ROI flawless briefcases at 12,000. That's kind of crazy to think about. You'd spend 10 minutes opening up a flawless briefcase, or you could spend your entire day opening Revolution blasters. 200 blasters is crazy. 20 is crazy. 200. You're just there with 3 of your buddies. You'd be ripping for hours, all of you. We got cooked today. We hit a Kaboom and we still got cooked because we didn't know when to walk away from the table, and that's it's all too common. All too common. You get a big hit in your first one, you need to go back for more. Yeah. You win your first game and you think you're really good, and then you get bodied in your next 3. Like, that's also very real. Put you in the bot lobby for your first Fortnite game in a week, and you're like, oh, I still got it. I'm still very good. And then you win your game with like 8 kills, and you mostly played against bots and like 1 good team. And then you play like 5 more games, and you just get crushed. You just get crushed by the sweats. That's what this was. We had 3 really, really good blasters to kick it off with the getting the Kaboom, and then we played 17 more games, and we lost them all. We literally lost them all because we haven't even seen a numbered card in a minute. Like, at this point, I'm starting to question, like, am I passing numbered cards? I don't think I am. There might be one. If there is, there's like 1 singular in the base pile. Man, we tried. We tried to hit the 2 Kaboom dream today, and we did not succeed. We have 2 blasters left after this pack. I'm thankful for our Jaylen Brown Kaboom. Maybe he'll just score 35 points next year. That's Şengün. Yeah, there you go, to 99. Finally, we hit a numbered card. Maybe I have been missing numbered stuff. Drew will let me know. 2 blasters left today. I want to thank you for joining me on this video. See if we can get the dream done. We hit 1 in the first 3, and let's see if we can hit 1 in the last 3. Who knows? Maybe Jaylen Brown will just have a career year with Tatum out for most of the year. No longer has Porzingis. Maybe he'll just score 32 a game. Oh, we got an auto too. Finally got an auto. It's Keon Johnson. Well, we finally got an auto. Zion, I don't know what's going on with him. Not numbered on that one. But 20 blasters. We hit our averages. We got 1 auto, 1 Kaboom. Alrighty. Keon Johnson is our auto. They now have Michael Porter Jr. on that team. Michael Porter Jr. loves that team because he gets to shoot as much as he wants, and he gets to play non-competitive basketball. There's a Wemby on the Stargaze. Franz Wagner. Man, and they got rid of Cam Johnson too. Did they trade him over to the Denver Nuggets in that deal? Cam Johnson is just a very good hooper. He's like the least flashy hooper. He averaged 18 points last year, if you didn't know. Cam Johnson's going to be very, very good for that team. Michael Porter Jr., higher ceiling, but man, he just doesn't like to pass the ball. So he's going to love it. He might be the one averaging 35 in Brooklyn. We'll see. Zach Edey, Mikal Bridges, and Paulo Banchero. 2 packs left in this blaster, 1 blaster left. Are we going to hit the second Miracle Kaboom today? Astro of Kaleo Ware and Osar Thompson. Detroit is a really interesting team. I think they're going to take a step forward. They have too much talent on that team. It doesn't necessarily seem like all that talent's going to mesh well, but they have a lot of talent on that team. Cade starting to get his flowers a little bit last season, and we have reached the finale. We have reached the summit right here. Thank you for joining me on a very long video today. 35 plus minutes and counting. And let's see if we can do the last pack YouTube magic trick. Can we get it done? That is the question. Is the dream alive? Luka. Ooh, that's numbered Luka. Maybe I was missing some numbered stuff. That's the 99. Maybe as I was going on my diatribes, I was just missing all kinds of numbered stuff. Now I'm actually curious and I want to go through it all. So if I missed a ton of numbered stuff, I'll come back and hit you guys with a recap. I thought I was looking for stuff. I might have missed some stuff. We'll see. Paul George, Jalen Williams, Fred VanVleet. I just enjoyed, man, this was therapy for me, getting to relive childhood years and rip blasters and hang out with you guys today. So thank you. Stephon Castle, New Wave. Yeah, I really went on right there for like a solid 10 minutes. So just kind of off in my own little world, reminiscing. And there's a very good chance there's like 5 or 6 numbered cards in there. Is there a good chance there's a Kaboom in these last few packs? We're about to find out. 3 packs left today, 2 packs left today. And show me one more Kaboom. Nah, I don't think so. Timmy D on the hardwood. I feel like we've seen that card 10 times. Last pack of the day, D-Gens. Mission accomplished. We hit a Kaboom today. We did not hit a second Kaboom, unfortunately. We're ending with a Brawny Astro. Make sure it's not numbered. And Josh Giddey. What did we learn today? Well, you open 20 blasters and you hit 1 Kaboom. You hit 1 autograph. And this was a pretty decent sample size. I would like to believe that it's probably about 1 in every 20, about 1 in every 20. I feel like if you open a case of blasters, on average, you'll usually get a Kaboom. We did hit some other stuff, a few numbered cards. I did like the Luka. I'll probably keep that one to remember this video by. Keon Johnson, our only auto, and our Kaboom hitting it very early today was the Jaylen Brown. That is going to do it for me. These blasters are pretty much readily available on Shields website and probably Dick's Sporting Goods and some other sites. I will make sure to tag them if they are available in the description or the items, whatever that thing is that YouTube now has. That is going to do it for me. If you're still here, thank you. And if you're still here, did you hit any kabooms from Revolution? Let me know in the comments below. That is going to do it for me. Take care. Stay safe. We'll catch you next time on Down the Road.